Hi, I'm Charlie Birch, owner of Being Human Ally and the creator of the Supercharge Your Life blog. I work with business owners who are dealing with issues of burnout, helping them to master self-care so that they can decrease stress, increase energy, productivity, and profits. So today I'd like to welcome you to our mental hygiene practice for this week. A mental hygiene practice, before I go into the actual practice for those of you who are new to our community, a mental hygiene practice is simply a way of thinking about what you think about. And the reason that this is important is because only 10% of our mental activity is conscious. The rest is subconscious and unconscious. And mental hygiene practices are a great tool to help you drop into your subconscious thought processes, which you do have access to, but for the sake of efficiently going around the world, the brain likes to just do some things on autopilot, which can be really wonderful and supportive if if your subconscious space and thought process is filled with positive and supportive allied thoughts. However, sometimes you get kind of negative thought processes and ideas kind of wedged in there. And so this practice, all mental hygiene practices, are a great way to just do a little bit of compassionate, curious exploration about what's really going on below the surface so that you can get rid of any beliefs that aren't serving you and continue to go out and speak your truth and share your gifts with the world, knowing that you're on your own side and you got your own back. Okay? So today's theme is creativity. This week's theme is creativity. So the mental hygiene practice that I've prepared for you today is about any limiting belief systems that are getting in the way of you accessing and expressing the creative energy of the universe, of your unique expression of the universe. Okay? So if you are experiencing burnout, there is a likelihood that you are kind of going through the motions, just kind of on autopilot, running through the motions, doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And so creativity can be a really great way to support recovery from burnout and to prevent it from coming back, because it's going to allow you to be creative about how you move forward instead of just going on autopilot. And when we're on autopilot, because we're on autopilot, we just kind of go and we don't really have pause to check in with, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I thinking what I'm thinking? And so creativity, if it's a celebrated energy and there's no fear around creativity, or there's no limiting belief systems around creativity, it'll be in the subconscious space supporting you on every step of the way. And when it's in the subconscious space, it's able to rise up into the conscious space as well. And so you'll have it in two realms working with you. Creatively under the surface to find solutions to problems that you're facing, how to manage your energy better, and so on. And then on the conscious level, how to think about things from a different perspective, get fresh eyes on things, find solutions to problems that you wouldn't normally be able to find if you were just looking for those kind of, really obvious everyday options. Okay? So in your professional world, I'm sure you can imagine how it would be helpful to have creativity, and with your health as well, because your body is really just a masterful creation that is doing all kinds of creative things along, inside and on a tangible level, on a subtle level, on an intangible level, to help you have a wonderful, healthy, vibrant life. Okay, and so when you have creativity working for you, you're going to ultimately become less stressed. So your stress levels are going to lower. And once your stress levels lower, your health will just naturally improve, because stress over time is toxic to the body. So the less stress you have, the less toxicity you have, the less health problems you have, the more energy you have because you're working together with yourself instead of against yourself. Okay, and some of you have heard this before, but for all of our newcomers, I want to make sure I cover everything so that it all fits together into a nice, coherent offering. And when you have less stress and better health and more energy, you're obviously going to be better equipped to bring your A game to your life, to your business, to your relationships, to all the parts of yourself and the way that they interact with the world. Okay, so as always, I'd like you to please practice with compassion. Do not beat yourself up if, oh, I'm not creative, or I should have been being creative. This is not about that. This is about deciding to cultivate something on purpose that maybe is present, maybe could be more present, and just making a choice to give yourself a gift of personal growth and empowerment and resources that come from inside of you, because you are your own greatest resource and your own greatest ally. Okay, so below you'll find a worksheet that will take you through the repeating question. And the repeating question is the format that I use for all of these mental hygiene practices. Of course, I changed the questions so that they're appropriate for the theme. But the idea here is just simply to find out, to do a little bit of curious exploration about the belief systems you have around creativity. Perhaps it's, oh, I'm not an artist, so I'm not creative. Or creativity just kind of comes. I don't know how to intentionally engage with it. Or I don't know. I don't have a lot of blocks around creativity because I am an artist, and so that was one of the things I always felt really safe and comfortable for me. But everyone's got something, and if it'll depend on what comes up for you. But every time you ask the question, you'll find deeper and deeper levels of answers that get more and more into those core belief systems. So again, practice with compassion. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd encourage you to please share it with some of your friends or family who you feel might benefit from this work. We don't want to hoard away these resources. They're human resources for everybody. Even if they're not business owners struggling with burnout, the blog is really for humans to be happy and thrive. So please share it. If you really dig the blogs and been coming back, I'd encourage you to sign up for the mailing list, and then they'll come right to your email box. You don't have to track it. I mean, who needs one more thing to keep mental notes on? And I'll happily take over that responsibility and make sure that you get the updates whenever they come out. And if you really, really dig this and you're curious about my work, then I'd encourage you to schedule a free consult with me, and we can see what's going on with you and find out if there's a way that we could work together to help you live a more vital, sustainable, enjoyable, fun, rock star life. Okay? Have a great afternoon, and I will be here again next week with another mental hygiene practice. Okay, bye-bye.